the energy is acquiescing to the newer version that you are cultivating. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Marquita, and if this is your first time joining me, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. I am super grateful to have you all here with me today. Today, we are going to be talking about the liminal space and how you can stay consistent during this in-between phase in your life. I'm going to be giving 5 tips, 5 suggestions on how to manage this in-between space, in addition to just wanting to encourage you all to stay consistent. So what is the liminal space? The liminal space is the in-between space between who you know yourself as and who you are becoming. It is the old season of your life trying to integrate into the new season of life. And during this time, it can feel like the unknown. It can really feel like the unknown. And just speaking from personal experience, right now, I am definitely in the in-between. And honestly, I really think that a lot of my life is lived in the in-between because I am always striving and reaching for the best version of myself, which I think many of us are. Not all the time. A lot of people definitely come content and comfortable in their life, right? Like they can get to a place of comfort and contentment and they are not necessarily reaching for anything more. Me, that's not my ministry. It's not my ministry. I am a person who is always reaching for the next goal, the next dream, I'm just reaching for higher experiences, better experiences in life. And right now, like I said, I'm in a liminal space. I'm always in a liminal space. And so I am learning how to stay consistent, and I am going to pass those tips along to you today. I got notes today. Y'all know that I don't normally have notes. I don't normally have notes, but I got some notes for y'all today. So first, shrink the standard, right? Like not lower the standard, but like shrink the standard for the time being. Because one thing about consistency is about not disappearing, not giving up, but just allowing yourself to do a little bit every day. Just a little bit every day will create momentum, essentially. I'm going to refer to working out a lot here because that is one thing where in my personal life I have been consistent with, but it didn't always start like that. It wasn't like that in the beginning. Like I can consistently go to the gym every day and I can consistently eat right and be healthy now, but it wasn't like that 10 years ago. Like, well, 10 years ago probably so, but it wasn't like that probably like 15 years ago. But yeah, it took me some time to develop some consistency and some care into my health and into my well-being before I was able to be consistent. And I would say that it definitely takes just giving a little bit every day. Just give 10% daily. Even now in my life, like I don't go as hard as I used to, right? Because I'm getting older and I'm like, I don't have to do all of that. And as I have, grown up and matured, I realized that I don't have to do a lot in the gym in order to get results. I don't have to do a lot every day in order to get results. And of course, I've been doing it for years, so my body it just acquiesces to, who I am now. But yeah, I think that it's important to make sure that you just do about 10% every day, or just give what you can. Sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves to perform, and just giving 10% or just giving a small percent daily can really help with building the momentum of the consistency. Second tip for staying consistent during the in-between. Just pick one non-negotiable. Just pick one thing that you are trying to stay consistent with. Whatever it is in this season that is like the biggest goal that you're reaching for, just stay consistent with one thing. Try not to pile a whole bunch of things on your plate that you are beginning, because what's going to happen is you are going to end up not doing any of them. You're not going to be able to stay consistent with any of them. And I am speaking from personal experience. I am speaking from personal experience. I have a habit of piling things on out of survival, piling things onto my plate. And then what ends up happening is I don't stay consistent with them. This YouTube channel being one of them. I have a habit of just, not staying consistent with the things that I want to stay consistent with. But it's because I pile too many things on my plate and I get overwhelmed and I be like, I don't want to do it no more. Like, I'm chilling. I don't want to do any of these things anymore. So biggest, like, that's one of the big things. Like, just pick one thing and stay consistent with it in this season. And when you feel like you have developed the momentum and the consistency, and then you add something onto your plate. Third tip: detach from instant results. Detach from instant results. The results are not going to be instant. Just going back to the working out example, when you first get into that gym, you are not going to see the results that you want at the end of that week, at the end of that first week of you being consistent. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to take at least 3 weeks, 21 days for you to really see some results in your energy, in your body, in, just your mood and everything overall, unless you're going like really hard. For example, when I was prepping for my competition in 2019, because I have done bodybuilding in the past, when I was prepping for that competition, the plan was so strict. I had to put myself under a lot of stress in order to get those results. And that's not what we want to do. We don't want to pile on a bunch of stress just to get instant results. And results that probably won't be instant anyway, but we just piled on a whole bunch of stress. So keep that in mind. Number 4 is honor your energy, but don't give up. Rest when you need to, but make sure you continue to show back up for yourself. If there is a difference between abandonment and taking a break or resting. In order to stay consistent, you may need to rest. You may need to take a break in order to show up the next day or within the next 2 days. But make sure you keep showing up. That's the thing about it. Like, just make sure that you keep showing up, because you are in the in-between of, I don't want to be this person anymore, but I want to be this person. And so you can't go back. You can't go back to the old person. Like this is not a thing where we're just gonna give up and go back to what we have known. And that's like, we are trying to elevate. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get away from this person, and we're trying to move into a better version of ourselves. So rest, honor your body and all of those things, but make sure you keep showing up. Number 5 is make sure you are keeping some reminders of who you are becoming. I like to do vision boards. I like to, put pictures around on my phone, and also I like to put pictures around my room, or I like to put little affirmations on my mirror in my bathroom as a reminder of I'm not the woman that I used to be, and that this is the goal, and this is the woman that I am becoming. It's easy to forget about the mission, especially when you are not consistent. It's easy to forget about the vision that you've had for yourself and the goals that you want to strive for when you are not constantly reminded that, hey, this is the path that I'm on right now. Let me stay consistent. If you fall off, you need a reminder to say, let me get back on to this path so that I can accomplish whatever the goal is that you have set out. Be gentle with yourself during the process, but also be realistic with yourself. Be honest with yourself, because honestly, like, if you're not honest with yourself, it's just you and you. Like, the relationship is just you and you. If you're not, honest with yourself about your consistency or your lack of consistency thereof, and what you need to do in order to become this version of yourself, what do you have? What do you have? So my biggest piece is make sure that you are being really honest with yourself. Like, I think the honesty and the self-love go hand in hand. Like, if you really love yourself, you have to be honest with yourself. And that honesty will help put you on the trajectory of staying consistent in order to elevate you. The liminal space can feel like nothing is happening, but really the universal energy is acquiescing to the consistency and the momentum you are building and creating. So when the painter first show up to the canvas, he starts painting, it's not done right away, right? It's not done right away. I'm thinking even a painter probably paints is over a course of days. I'm imagining. I don't know. I'm not a painter, but I do know when he puts that first stroke on there, he's not done. Like, that's not the end of the creation. Like, you have to keep going. You have to keep showing up in order to get to the end goal, to get to the end creation. And the energy is acquiescing to the newer version that you are cultivating. That's all I got. I hope you all enjoyed this message. If you all can relate in any kind of way, please be sure to leave some comments below. Like and subscribe. Peace.